Hey guys, TerrorPUP here, and we're back at the T-0, and I apologize for the angle. It's kind of hard when I have the stand here, but anyway, we're back here because I want to show you guys that I have finally got solution one working where I could have this mobile. Now, granted, I still need like a battery pack, a Pelican case, but right now I'm going to unplug this cable, which you probably can't see it because the amount of rawhide my dogs have over here. But I have a TP-Link extender. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug it from the main network. So now on the mini PC that is running Opnsense is now the firewall for this. So in order for me to use this is a Verizon MiFi, okay? And in order for me to use this, I'm going to need to, first of all, I have the second NIC set up so that I can use this as a router, okay? And we're going to go ahead and get it power, because the only way the wireless will work is I have to have power. So I get that. I'm going to go ahead and power it on. Okay. Now, as this is powering on, I have set a range on this. One, I like having my stuff very unique, and that way people can't connect to it. I mean, yes, this does have a password on it, and did it come on? Doesn't look like it did. Let's try this again. This is what happens when you record. There we go. Now I see the little buttons. Okay, but anyway, I've changed the IP range. The password is what the device came with, and as you guys can see, it's pretty ugly. Now, the next thing I did is I added another cable. This cable goes into here. Okay. First thing, by the way, first thing I need to do is I got to go into settings. So I click menu, settings, and I enable the Ethernet. It's going to restart. And I'm going to kind of put this on the edge. The only thing that's really ugly about this MiFi, besides the plastic that is disintegrating, is the way the cables are. But anyway, so I got another Ethernet cord. Now, solution one to get this thing totally isolated, totally by itself, is to have its own Wi-Fi. Okay? And I'm going to move some cables around, because it is really, I would call it a rat's nest, but what's going on behind here is probably an insult to rats. So I'm using this GL.iNet. It's a traveling router, okay? It's very nice. I actually bought this so I could use this in hotels with my MiFi, so that I could have multiple devices hooked up. And it's already been powered on. I've already configured it for the network, okay? And we're gonna now plug this into here. And I've also configured the Wi-Fi port, okay, to be as an access point, because I want the Opnsense that's in here, okay, to be the one that issues IP out. So we're going to plug that up. Okay, that is now there. And We'll go around like that. So, all right. So this is all now set up. Okay. And I will use my phone here in a second to connect to it. But this is now this Verizon MiFi or Jetpack, whatever you want to call this, hotspot, is now my access point for all the devices that are here. I'm running Opnsense, so I have two of those mini PCs, pocket PCs from CWWK. So the one that's here is running Proxmox with the i3 or N305. So I got 8 cores, so it's here, and I configured, because remember, it only comes with 2 Ethernet points. So one is on the VLAN for this, okay, and the second one is for this. So I got that set up. The other N100 is right here, and it's running Red Hat, and I could connect to that and we could see what's going on, okay, because I do have as you can see, I'm lifting up this HDMI extender. I could connect to that, but I need to get a decent capture card so that you guys can see this stuff. My Miru, the $34 one I bought 4 or 5 years ago, because I wanted to capture some gaming stuff, has finally died on me. But anyway, so now we're set up. Okay, I'm now going to do a screen capture on my phone to show you the network. Okay. Oh, and look, there's a Snoopy. Life in the doghouse is never dull. Alright, so before we go any further, I just want to show you guys that I can connect and get out. Because if I couldn't, I would get a weird IP, or not IP, a weird message from my phone stating that there is no internet. So we're going to go up to here. Now you see where it says Ugly Scale 5? That is the VLAN that this was on. Okay, so now I'm going to click on Wi-Fi. It's going to go through and scan the whole neighborhood. And here we go. So there's the MiFi. Now, I know some of you are going to ask, why not just connect to that? Well, if I connect to that, I don't get into the mobile app, and that kind of defeats this, because again, I like to take this to events. If we're doing a lug meeting, and for those of you that don't know what a lug is, that is a Linux user group, I could set this up, people could connect, and we could do some teaching. So down here, okay, you see a bunch of ugly scales. So these extenders are the TP-Link that's back there, and then you see this ugly scale mobile. Okay, that is the device, the TP-Link. Okay, no, sorry, the mobile is the GL.iNet, and I'm now connected. No warning. Okay, so that's awesome. Okay, I don't know if I can. You know what? Let's set up a new connection in here. Okay, so I'm now going to add a new host, and we're going to put up here and we're going to connect into the Red Hat instant from my phone, just to show you guys that I do have it hooked up. Okay. And the beauty of a 192.168 network, for those of you that don't know, is the fact that it's all private. if you want to have multiple VLANs like I have, and I apologize, I'm getting a lot of messages. Opnsense is probably updating packages, and of course my phone goes off every couple minutes. But anyway, the beauty of having a network like I have with multiple VLANs, I can have multiple private networks, okay? And I'm going to name this for what it is, and I'm not sure if my Godzilla t-shirt showed up, but that was from my son, and there we go. Never connected. Yesterday was my birthday. We went out, had dinner. But anyway, so now we're going to connect. We're going to tell it to allow. Look at that. I am now connecting to the Red Hat device on my phone. And you probably, you know what, I'm not going to type my password. You're just going to have to trust me. We'll come back here in a second. I will stop recording and come back. Okay, so, yeah, sorry about that. I just don't want people to see my password. You guys almost caught it. Okay, you have the first two characters, but, you know, again, I'm isolated, so this is to kind of show you. We're going to do a network real quick. Neighborhood, better known as an ARPANET. Okay, just to show you what's around. So IP-C, because I like color, we're going to do N for neighborhood, and we're going to type show. Not shoe, show. We're going to hit enter. Alright, so a lot of this stuff where you see stale, okay, that is stuff that it was talking to when I was connected to the TP link that went back to the T1 and other devices that are on VLAN 61. Okay, so now I want to ping the Proxmox, and we're going to log into it, and I'll show you, kind of show you guys around. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll do ping. And this is, like I said, this is nice. I'm not plugged to anything else. That's why you see the stale IPs. Okay. And it helps if I type the first two numbers correctly, because 192.168 is our private network. And we're going to connect to the Pocket PC that's there. Whoop! Pocket PC that's there. And I'm now pinging it. Now, this real quick, let's do one more test. So I need to break it. Control. Let's see. There we go. So yeah, using ConnectBot has its challenges. All right, so now we're going to type clear. And just to kind of show you, we should, with my phone and the devices that are inside of the T0, we should, oh, and the wireless, we should pick up a total of 8 devices, so 4 Pis, 2 Pocket PCs, 1 wireless. Okay, that's 7, and my phone. We should pick up, again, only 8 IPs. If we pick up 9, I do remember I have a USB into the device that we're going to kind of play around with, okay? So maybe 9 devices. So we'll do nmap -s capital P 192.168.61.1 through 254. Okay, we'll hit it. And this is now going to scan my network, and it's going to go through and it's going to find everything that's on there. Now remember, I'm connected to, well, I call it Godzilla. The other servers that are in there, they have monster names. So 10 devices. Interesting. More than I thought it had. So I know 10's the Pocket PC. 70 through 74 are the devices that are in there. 100 through 103, those are DHCP. So I have 3 devices that are on there. 101 is the phone. So I'm kind of curious what, maybe 100 is the wireless. 103 is the, oh, you know what? Yeah, 103 is probably the USB device. So that would be the 9 that I thought it would be. Okay. And 253, that's Opnsense. So yes, that makes sense. All right, let's log into my desktop and we can continue this. Okay. Okay, guys, so we're logged into Proxmox on the Pocket PC with the N305. And you can see that because I have 8 cores here and 32 gigs of memory. And right now, the system is not really doing much. The 2 times that you see these spikes over here is when I turned on Opnsense. Now, I only have, for the time being, 1 vert on. I do have 3 installed. I have, the first one is pfSense. The second one, which is on, is our Opnsense. And then our third one is IP Fire. Okay. So right now we're set up, we're turned on. And if we come over here and click on lobby and dashboard, you can see that we are connected to the MiFi and we're going out. Okay. Now, the one thing that's kind of weird is that this is a backup of my Opnsense that's for the main network. I wanted to use it mainly because with the DNS stuff that I set up under Unbound, it just made more sense to use a backup. I might come back and wipe it and start over, making it fresh. So if we look at reporting real quick, health, okay, and let's click on LAN. Okay, we don't see a lot of traffic because only right now the Opnsense and the Red Hat are set up to go through the mobile device. I actually need to set up the other ones, and I believe they're using NetPlan, so it should be easy. I just would log in and copy the IPs over and just make sure that the default gateway is changing. But right now, as you can see, there's not a lot of traffic going out. WAN wise, same thing. Okay. Unbound, there is a little bit more going on. This is from yesterday when I had it up and running just to test it out because I wanted to show you guys everything before recording. It was working pretty well. So if we come down to services, I'm using Kea DHCP because ISC's DHCP is deprecated. And if we click on IPv4, the subnets, again, this was taken from my main one. It works out pretty good, so I can connect here, okay, and I will get an IP, and that goes through the wireless. I have the same range set up, okay, just so that, you know, if something connects over here, it doesn't get a different IP. Now, with Godzilla, I had to set up the second NIC so that I could use the gateway for this device versus the gateway for the main network. So that's why, if you're wondering why you don't see like Godzilla over here, Space Godzilla is the same one. It's just that way I can, you know, I'm able to get my IPs out here. If we click on this real quick, let's do that real quick so you guys can see. So see, I'm using the gateway over here. I really shouldn't be using Comcast DNS servers, but for now, I'm doing that. I guess I could use Verizon. I just need to connect to the MiFi, find the Verizon ones there, and we should be good. But I could also put Cloudflare or Google there. Okay, and just to show you guys, I currently am connected. I'm using the USB StarTech that I carry around my bag, and I'm able to get an IP address on there. So that's this one right here. Okay, and we are connected. And this lastly, to show you guys that I am truly connected, I'm going to log in to Cockpit on the Pocket PC with the N400, and we're going to go down here to terminal, and I'm going to do sudo dfs install Unix 2DOS. Okay, and this will go out and talk to the Red Hat repos, and it will install that. And if it's already installed. Okay, cool. And so it went out and it talked with it. The other thing, just to show you guys that I am totally a island of my own, I will ping Cloudflare, and there we go. All right, so that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. The next phase 2 of this is I'm going to take the Banana Pi Mini R3, plug it up, and see if I can get it to go. It's going to take a little bit more work. I have to like go in and rechange a bunch of stuff, but right now, like I said, if I took this to a lug, okay, or to a Linux Expo, at least I know I could hook it up. I could allow people to get out and on there. Now, the only drawbacks with it right now is my MiFi and the fact that I only have 50 gigs on my plan. I thought about buying Starlink, but that's a little bit expensive, you know, because that would be kind of cool to go set up in a park somewhere, but I would need a battery pack to hook up. Anyway, until next time, guys, this is TerrorPUP wishing everybody peace.